Okay, welcome back. We've now, Red and Zog have now moved out. We ran south here away from um, Bark, and we found this town called Heft. This is another United Cities village. The reason I'm here's what I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do now. So we ended up spending a little bit more time in Bark. I tried stealing some stuff. Red, they're a bit injured because I think Red, we stole some things and got caught. You see, she has a bounty on her head. He's okay so far, but now she has a bounty. So if you get seen doing something, she's now wanted for burglary, and has a bounty of 1,000 cats. What that means is I do need to be a little bit careful going into this United Cities town because the guards could possibly identify me as a wanted criminal with a bounty and try to beat me up and put me in jail. Which, if it happens, it happens, and that's okay. But the main reason I'm going here is because we do have 10,000 cats now, and there's a faction in the game called the Thieves or the Shinobi Thieves, or a lot of times I'll just refer to it as the Thieves Guild. And you'll see these watchtowers. There's a lot of watchtowers. It's just one of the building structures, but in a lot of the cities there'll be a watchtower, and you click on it, you can see that it's the Thieves. Now, you don't have to join the Thieves, but it's very useful, particularly early game. And for several reasons, which I'll point out here in a minute. But I'm just going to go demo or walk through joining the Shinobi Thieves. It's not super dynamic or exciting. It's really easy to do. The only thing you got to keep in mind is you have to have at least 10,000 cats, which we just barely do. Um, you do need money in Kenshi for certain things. At times, eventually, you get to the point where, like, honestly, money becomes worthless to me because I have everything I need and I have all the resources and capability of making everything I need. But early game, you do need some money. 10,000 cats sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's kind of hard to get 10,000 cats at early game, but it's very doable if you know what you're doing. Like I was got lucky, found that chainmail. I think I found some steel bars. We mined some copper. We also were like we went around looting some of the there's these animals which we'll probably see soon out here, which I should have grabbed some of that, but I didn't. They're called skimmers, I think, or sand skimmers, or they look like giant grasshoppers. That's how I describe them. And they'll come around and they have talons and or claws or whatever, and you can loot those when they get killed. They're a little challenging to fight early game. Like I didn't fight them myself because I know they would have probably hurt me pretty bad. And I'm not ready to go out and like start training fighting really yet. But the samurai guards, they come around the cities, and the samurai guards and other people wandering around will get attacked by them and fight them and stuff, and you can just go loot them and get both. I think we have some food, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, we still have some claws. Yeah, these are claws from the skimmer. We also have a sleeping bag now. Yeah, we have some claws. I don't have any food. Oh, we got our food stolen. I forgot about that. We got KO'd by some outlaw farmers, and had to run back, and they stole my food. That's why we have no food. That's okay. We're not too hungry yet, so we'll get food eventually. Anyways, that's how we got some of our money. So, anyways, I'm gonna go in here and at Will Zog. You'll see a guy standing outside of the Thieves Guild, and he will have. If you mouse over him, you'll have a dialogue box, him or her, and you can click on him and it'll say Thief Boss. You can go talk to this person. So I'm going to tell him to go talk to her. And since I have a bounty, I'm going to run past those guards and run into this building. They don't mind if I come in. I'm going in fast mode, so we'll do it a little slower just to see. Yeah, I think we're okay. They didn't notice I had a bounty, so they're not chasing me, at least not yet. If I hung around outside, eventually they probably would, and that would not be good. So, anyways, the only thing you can go through the dialogue and read it later if you want to, but basically you can say, I want to join, and they'll say you can join for a fee. Okay, that's cool. That's it. I don't have to do anything. Okay, yeah, cool. What do you want? People just want money out here. It's not a social club, so it's just a membership fee. Okay, I'll get it. Sure, sign me up. I have the money, so I want to join the Thieves Guild. Boom, we're in. All right, so now we're a member of the Thieves Guild. So let's talk about why I joined. What is the purpose of this? I also have two cats. I'm so poor now. So one thing you can see that when I now mouse over the thief boss, the cursor turns yellow. That tells me that that's an ally. So they're now my allies. So say I go and attack this guard right in front of her where she sees it, and he starts attacking me back. She's my ally, so she's going to help fight. I'm not going to do that because these guards are just going to kill the Shinobi Thief boss, and I don't want her dead necessarily right now. I want to be able to take advantage of the Thieves Guild. So um, I'm going to go ahead and run into the building and show you a few things. So this is why you would want to join the Thieves Guild. Number one, I'll say, is that in a lot of they don't exist in every town. Like that town Bark, there's no Thieves Guild. It's like in the boonies, there's no thieves out there. Now there are thief fences sometimes in bars, and you can also interact with them and sell them stolen goods and trade with them a bit. But this is a special thing. Anybody can, I think, trade with the thief fence in the bar. But in once you're a member of the Thieves Guild or Shinobi Thieves, they will give you certain things you have access to. So if you're allied with somebody, you can use their equipment. So they have a few things here. They have a training dummy, which is not a great training dummy, but it gets your skill for fighting up to 5. Hers is already 7, so she doesn't need it. His is still at 2, so Zog can get his training up to 5. That'll won't take long. We'll go ahead and do that. Easy peasy. Nice to have. You also have an assassination training dummy. You can train up to 19. Now you can get it to 19 with the training dummy. You realistically, as long as it takes to get to 19, you can get to about 18 and then you just stop. It's not worth the time after that. Maybe 17 even. 17 or 18 once the skill's that high. It's just going to take a lot longer to do it. Now, the next thing we got is lockpick training. So Zog, because he did that little trick I showed earlier, has ridiculously high lockpick, and I just lockpicked those cages until I was fully skilled to do it, even on the level 51. And now I have 60 lockpick skill, which is very high. I'm a very skilled lock picker. I can pretty much pick any lock in the game, even if the hardest ones will take me longer, but he's good. That is nice to have in your team. But she starts out with a little bit because she's kind of a thiefy person, so she has a little bit of skill level as a starting person in some of these areas like assassination and thievery and stuff. And she has lockpicking skill of 6. But I want to get it higher so I can assign her the job of lockpick training. Obviously, we need to heal her too. She's hurt, by the way. You can see they're hurt by the gray is more or less like, I guess, like bruising or broken limbs or cracked bones or whatnot, and the yellow is healed cut damage, and the red is like I'm bleeding. So she's a little bit hurt. You'll see she's slightly injured. We need to heal her up. I think we were running away from some bad guys. Uh, and we got a little bit hurt. We got a little bit in trouble in the town too and had to run away, and we were hurt when we left town up in Bark and ran this way. So we need to get her healed up. But I'll give her that job. You saw I shift and right clicked on it and gave her the job. So now she'll go do lockpick training. The other thing I'll show you about the Thieves Guild that is awesome is this guy right here. So you look for someone in the Thieves Guild. Obviously, if it's someone you can talk to when you go over them, there'll be a little dialogue box here. So here we go. And what we can do is go talk to this guy. So this guy, we're going to talk to him. So this is one of the other advantages aside from the training equipment is the thief trader, and he'll be at any Shinobi Thieves tower, and you can go trade with him. So a couple advantages with him. I'm going to say, I'm going to show, I don't care about the other rest of the dialogue. One, he has some somewhat decent armor that you can buy from him a lot of times. Not always. This is a really good inventory right now. So this is kind of nice. Um, so we could buy armor for 50% discount, which is a really good deal. So if we get some money together, we could buy a little bit of better equipment for our characters. The main reason I like to join them is because they have the best backpacks, even in my opinion, even in vanilla Kenshi. So you'll see he has a small thieves backpack and a regular thieves backpack. I highly recommend if you're just vanilla Kenshi, get this one. This is worth the money. $2,500. This is the best backpack in my opinion. Vanilla Kenshi. It still has some disadvantages, which brings me to why I use the backpacks expanded mod, and both of the backpacks are in stock that I like. So I'll talk about those real quick. This one is kind of equivalent to this, but a little bit better because you can stack items in it. I'll show you later once I have enough money and buy it. But I like this backpack, and this tool bag is useful too for certain things. So we may get some of those later. I usually like to get these, and I'll show you what I use them for later when I do get some. But anyways, that's the other advantage is the trader. He has great stuff. He has really good backpacks you can get from him, and I highly recommend joining Shinobi Thieves just so that you can do that. You don't have to. There's other decent and good backpacks you can get, but the best backpacks from other traders. But this is not. These are the best backpacks I think you can get, and it's the easiest place to get them. Sometimes you'll see this at other traders, but it's rare. And this one too. These other two, you can sometimes see them at other traders, but they're not as common. This guy usually has them. If you don't have them, just check back 24 hours later in game, and he'll a lot of times get restocked or have different items in stock. So this inventory does change over time. If you don't buy anything, it kind of stays stagnant. I think. I don't know. It'll if he doesn't have a backpack today, we can look tomorrow. Like he has one today, we'll try to give him enough money to buy it and then check back tomorrow, try to get enough money to buy a second one so both my characters can have it. So that's that. That's the other reason. The third reason is going to be the third or fourth reason. I forget how many reasons. I'm not counting. The other reason you want to talk or join the Shinobi Thieves potentially, it's not a huge benefit, in my opinion. I can't find the guy. There's another character in here around somewhere who is a guild plastic surgeon. So plastic surgeons, oh, that's probably her. Here we go. So there's a guild plastic surgeon, so you can talk to them. And what plastic surgeons in Kenshi allow you to do is you can go talk to them. Basically, you can change the appearance of your character, change the name of your character if you wanted to, give them a different hairstyle, etc. It's kind of the gameplay mechanic of the plastic surgeon is really there for if you get enslaved, fully enslaved, where you get taken to slave camp and stuff. Your hair gets shaved off. They take all your equipment. They take all your clothes, and you look like a slave. So you can come to a guild plastic surgeon. They do exist in bars as well, but you need like 200 cats, which isn't much, but you have to pay them to do it. But you could restore your hair and you'll look less like a slave. So that's kind of the game reason. Mostly I use it like if I just don't ever want to change my character's hairstyle or rename somebody or something. They're good for that as well. So that's not that big of a benefit, not really worth 10,000 cats, but it's there at your disposal if you want to. Now, even though they are your allies, you'll see that these are all red. You can't like take their stuff. Like you take their stuff and they see you, they're going to be mad at you. The last thing I'll say that is an advantage is the beds. So there are beds in bars and you can rent them, but if a city has Shinobi Thieves, you can use their beds. So you can't take their stuff, but you can use their stuff. So you can use their training equipment, you can use the beds. So there's 3 regular beds here on like the third floor. Oh, this is by the way what that floor um, button does. So you can change the level you're looking at and see what's on each level and tell your character, like I could tell him to go sleep here if I wanted to. So there's these beds. You can use that to rest up, which we need to do. There's also a whole bunch of sleeping bags up on the roof already just like laying around out here. So we could go, if you have a fairly big group, it's a good place. You can go stop off at a town and get people rested up at Shinobi Thieves. And it's, fairly safe here because it's in a city. No one's going to come attack you generally, unless the city gets attacked, which could happen. But it's in a city behind city walls, and you can go there and hang out. So that's Shinobi Thieves. Why you would want to join them? That's how you join them, and that's really it. Just this is way longer than it needed to be, but that is what it is. And hope that was useful to you.